Okay, so today we're going to learn about how to use in order, pre-order, and post-order. Well, first we're going to start with in order, and these are depth first search. Right? Depth first search is basically a recursive way of manipulating and traversing in the binary tree. It's very good strategy for basically how we can manipulate and traverse and sort the data or delete the data or printing the data in a more efficient way. Yeah. So let's start with the in order. So I'm going to explain the concept first, and then we're going to code that concept in JavaScript later. So let's look at the PowerPoint right here. If you look at 1, 2, 4, and 3, 5, 6, 3, 5, 7, 8, 6, right? So in order, we're supposed to be printing from non-decreasing way. So from leftmost to rightmost. And if you look at the in order right here, if you look at 4 is the leftmost and 6 is the rightmost. And so first we're going to traverse from the root to the left. And so it will be 1, 2, 4, and it will be something like this. So on the stack, it will be we will push 1 and then 2 and then 4. So on the stack, last in first out, right? So we will have to pop 4, 2, 1 in that order, right? So 4, 2, 1, and then after that we will traverse on the right, and then 3 will be the first one that we have to push on the stack again, and 5 and then 4, right? 5 and then 7, and that's on the stack, and then we will have to collect in the reverse way. So that will be 7. That's the one that we have to pop it off on the stack and then store it on the answer, which is array. So 7, 5, 3, right? Sorry, 7, 5, and then after that we will have to pop the 8 later. So 7, 5, 8, and the last one is 3. So it will pop it up, store this way. So 3, 5, 7, 8. That's how it's going to store. Okay, and then when we pop it up and then store it on the answer, 7, 5, 8, 3. So that's how it's going to store. After that, we will pop 6 as the last one, and that's how we're going to code it code on JavaScript. That's the most efficient way for in order, right? So let's go and code it on our challenge. So let's make a function called this dot in order. So it's yeah, we can use smaller, and then function, and we're going to pass node this dot root. So in default, this dot root will be the one that we use if we didn't pass anything on the function argument. Okay, so first we have to check if the node is empty. So if it's empty, we will return null as requested on the challenge, null, so indicating that it's empty, right? So after that, we will create variables, which is current node, and that will be node that we just pass on the functions, and we will create stack. So this is going to be our stack. We are mimicking function recursive functions, and then we will have answer. That will be the array that we're trying to we're going to use it for collecting the data in order. Okay, so after that we will use a while loop. So we will check if stack dot length is greater than 0. If it's greater than 0, we will still traverse, and current node is empty, not empty. If it's not empty, then we will traverse on the inside the binary. So okay, and at the end we will return answer, right? Sorry, answer. So that's the array that we're trying to return. So here we will have if functions. We will check if answer. Sorry, current node is not empty. So it's not empty. Then we will have to traverse all the way to the left. So current node equal current node dot left. Okay, and we will have to push stack dot push. We will have to put that node from the root. The node from the root. Else, if it's empty, then we will have to traverse to the right at the end of the step that we're going to implement. So at the end, we have to traverse to the right. And if it's empty, we will pop So if you look at the concept again, once we reach the end of the leftmost, we will have to pop 4 because it's empty. We don't have any left or right children anymore. So we have to pop it and then store it on our answer right here. So that will be the value, right? And after that, once we pop, we will check if the right is empty. So that's why we're going to right away we're going to the right, and we check if there's if it's empty again. We'll have to pop again. So that will be 2, right? That's the one that we store on a stack. Yeah. So that's how it looked like. So it's gonna repeat the same repetitions, right? And go to this and this and until we reach the rightmost. So that will be our inorder method for us to implement. Okay, so let's check if it's working correctly or not. Control and enter, and let's see right here. So we have the inorder method, and also inorder method should return an array of values that result. So that one is working, and also inorder method should return null for empty array. So everything is work for inorder. And now we're going to implement for the rest of the pre-order and post-order.